Let's go find BK though.
All right,
Because
BK
we're running out of time here already.
Belgium
Kim.
Okay,
Also known as Beautiful Kim.
And what she does is she actually reads off the question
There
that
she
is
is.
on social media.
There she
the
is.
Brandon Squeeze page.
Belgium
Hello.
Kim. Also known
Belgium Kim.
as social media queen.
All right.
All right.
SMQ.
You
Got
ready?
all the title.
We got a lot to do here. We got to still get to USA
Lot of
Credit
ground
and
to
Paul
cover.
Hirsch. A lot of ground to cover.
you
Let's
remember that
do
company?
it. Let's
Yeah.
go. Well, I remember
Page
that. I remember
21.
that company. Yeah.
Lawsuit coming up.
Yep. Lawsuit happening. Yes.
Okay. So let's go.
Dear Mr.
Share,
Bernstein,
share.
You have been summoned for X amount of dollars for not complying with page 21 of your contract.
Yes.
Page 21, right.
Yes. All right.
All right, let's get to the calls, the questions rather, on the Brandon Squeeze page where people are asking immigration questions. So read them off for us, rapid fire.
Georgina asks, I'm a U.S. citizen. I want to file for my stepchild who's 6 years old. How long is that going to take for the child to get his green card?
If he's here, about 9 months. If he's in another country, about 12 to 14 months.
Okay.
He is here in the U.S. and his dad already has his green
okay.
card.
Then
that
he will
would
adjust his
be-
status here.
Yeah, he already has a green card.
Dad has a green card.
Oh, the
not
dad
the
has
kid.
a green
Yeah,
card.
yeah.
Dad has a green card,
So
right.
6 to 9 months.
What if the kid was in another country and they wanted to bring him here immediately?
You couldn't.
Couldn't, unless you
Couldn't.
get him a visitor's visa, and then what would that do?
That would be
Into the process?
misrepresentation.
Okay.
Because you're bringing him up on a visitor's visa for purposes of
There you
getting a
go.
green
Thanks for
card.
the answer. 1-800-529-5465, rapid fire.
Ali Mami would like to know.
Ali
is
Mani?
it- Ali Mami.
Ali Mami. Okay.
Okay.
Ali Mami.
Okay.
Ali Mami would like to know, is it possible to file for my 8-year-old daughter after my marriage-based green card was approved? And how long is it going to take before she's allowed to come to the U.S.?
Your spouse should be filing for her. It'll take about 9 to 12 months. We just talked about that. If you're going to file for her and your spouse doesn't want to for whatever reason, it'll take about 18 months to 24 months. It's faster for your spouse to do it.
You know what I'm going to call you? I'm going to call you rapid fire Kim. All right? That's what I'm going to call you. All right, next question.
RFK.
RFK, rapid fire Kim.
RFK.
All right? So she's going to have to
also-
live,
also-
it forces her
also-
psychologically
right.
to live up to the name.
Rapid fire
Or
Kim.
subliminally to live up to the name.
Rapid fire
Yeah.
Kim.
Come on, Kim,
RFK.
faster, faster.
Also a prior presidential candidate and a bridge in New York City.
There you go.
RFK.
All right.
RFK Kim. Let's
All right.
go.
1-800
Carol wants
LAWLINK.
to know, how long after an I-485 base interview do you get your green card? I'm a VAWA recipient and had my interview in August of last year and have not had a
Should have gotten it already. Give me a call.
Make that call, 1-800-529-5465. Next question.
Roseanne wants to know, my daughter got her citizenship from me when she was under 18. She has a passport, but not the certificate. Can she go ahead and file for her husband to get his green card without the certificate?
Yes, but she should get a certificate nevertheless, but she is a citizen.
Does Linda wants to know, does a VAWA victim go straight into filing their I-360 form to adjust their status, or do they get an extension of visa if their B1, B2
No, you
expire?
file the adjustment immediately, especially if the abuse was by a U.S. citizen. If the abuse was by a permanent resident, you could just file the I-360.
Kasana would like to know, I've received my approval notice, including case number from 2016, and since haven't received anything else. Have any idea what's happening and why it's taken so long?
No, because I don't know what you're doing. What case number? Who's filing for you? Give me some more info.
Okay. Kasana, more info, please. Raquel wants to know, if you're a new green card holder and have to go study for a year in the UK, what documents do you need to provide to not use your LPR status?
I-131 re-entry permit, and explain that you're going to school in the UK for a year and you intend to return to the United States in a year to continue your permanent residence.
Okay, so that
And that has
same
to be
form,
the I-131, and it has to be filed before you leave.
and so that continues to, that also applies to if she has a contract job for a firm outside the U.S.
That is correct, rapid fire Kim.
Okay. Great.
Right.
Marcy wants to know, how long does it take to get the green card after the immigration interview?
Could be 30 days, should be less than 90.
My spouse wants to file her tax return and the marriage filed separately. Is that going to affect my upcoming marriage-based green card interview?
Yes, if you're filing married, filing separately, you're telling the government that you're not necessarily living together in the same household. It starts making the immigration officer question the validity of your marriage. You should be going in with joint tax returns. It's just so much easier. So maybe it costs you a couple more dollars in taxes. Getting a green card. You're saving, A, you may or may not be committing fraud against the U.S. government depending on how you're filing, but B, what you're suggesting to the government is that you're not living together, you're not having a joint economic relationship, and as a result of not having a joint economic relationship, they question the validity of your marriage.
Got it. Anthony wants to know, so my girl is studying here and she's on a student visa. So if we get married, is she going to get a green card in 8 months? Is that right?
Anthony, if you're a citizen, that's his right.
Nini would like to know, can we file a DACA renewal now?
Yes.
If my DACA expires August 8th of next year?
No, it's still too early to file. You got to file, I believe, 180 days before.
So right now, USCIS has not updated the.
But they have to accept it.
Okay. Shar would like to know, where is USCIS with U.S. citizens filing for children over 21?
Where are they?
Mm-hmm.
They're in a big backlog of people. They're up to March 15th, 2011.
Absel would like to know, what do you recommend TPS holders from Honduras to do? Could they get married and file for a green card? And how long should they wait to do that?
They can, and they should be doing it immediately. Everybody with TPS from El Salvador, Honduras, Haiti, they should all be running into our office to figure it out. There's no one answer that covers 200,000 Salvadorans, 200,000 Haitians, and 200,000, I don't even know how many there are. Maybe there's 1 million Salvador. I don't know. But there's no one answer that covers the entire group.
Everyone that is within that group needs to get a consultation from Sparrenburg.
What's the hashtag, Squeeze?
Okay.
Make a move.
Make a move.
Make a move.
Okay.
And each person, we're going to have to figure out their own.
Very
You got to hashtag make a move.
Very, very critical.
Hashtag make a move.
Hashtag make a move. All right. Make sure you hashtag Brad and Squeeze also at the same time. 1-800-529-5465. Shoot. Rapid fire.
Nicola asks, I'm an American citizen sponsoring my stepdaughter in Jamaica. My priority date is August 7th of last year. How much longer is it going to take?
August 7th of last year, U.S. citizen filing for stepdaughter over or under 21?
It doesn't say.
Over 21, you're waiting 6 more years. Under 21, you should be here by the summer.
Cher asks, I'm asking for a friend. He's getting ready to remove the conditions from his green card after he submitted and received the approval notice. He left the marriage due to verbal abuse. What are his chances of still getting his 10 years?
Well, first of all, Cher, did you share? That's number one. Number two, number two, as long as you can prove it's a real marriage, he would need to get divorced though. Verbal abuse it's going to be really hard to prove. Verbal abuse is extreme emotional abuse. Sometimes it is, but it's easier just get a divorce and you terminated your marriage and prove you lived with her.
Shorty wants to know, how long does it take for a child to file for a parent?
If the child's a U.S. citizen over the age of 21, about a year or less.
Again, keeping on with the trips to Canada, Michael wants to know, if you have a green card, do you need a visa to go to Canada?
Yes.
Olive would like to know, what's the current situation on chain migration?
Chain migration is that one person comes and then sponsors their entire family. Okay, literally entire towns have been emptied by one person coming. I know, for example, like the guy who built my house, a great guy, is from Guyana. Okay, he came here in the 70s. His entire town got emptied by chain migration. Because you become a citizen, then you file for the spouse comes, the kids come, the spouse files for her brothers and sisters, he files for his brothers and sisters, 8 more families come, then those families sponsor, and so on and so on. Chain migration takes a long time. It happens over decades after decade after decade. It doesn't happen, in 6 months, but it's family member filing for family member who then comes and files for the next family member down. And if you notice, when people were calling saying, how much longer do I have to wait? I'm saying 6 years, 7 years, 8 years. The way that the news makes it like chain migration, like all of a sudden one person comes and then the whole town gets emptied out in 6 months. Yes, a town could literally get emptied out, but it gets emptied out over decades and decades of family members filing for family members filing for family members.
1-800-529-5465.
And quite frankly, I don't have a problem with families being reunited. What's wrong with having family values and reuniting families? I don't understand why that is a problem. Why don't we want families to be reunited? Isn't it nice to have families?
very nice
Isn't that
to
what
have
America always, everybody walks around, all those Trump supporters, oh, we're all about family values. Well, you're a hypocrite because you're not about family values when it comes to family values.
There you go. 1-800-529-5465. Let's get back to more questions with Rapid Fire Kim right now, reading off the questions from the Brad and Squeeze show page on Facebook. Make sure you go there, place your questions there. We'll get to your questions. We'll get them all in as we've been doing. 1-800-LAWLINK also is another number you can call. Next one for you. And by the way, incidentally, we need 30 people to break this morning's threshold.
By the way, we have to talk about, we're going to have to go to a little after 1 o'clock again, Squeeze.
All right,
we're going to have to, because we stopped Paul
I'll send
Hirsch.
you the bill. See that USA Credit Repair is not a partner anymore?
No. We have USA Credit Repair. We got USA Credit Repair. We got Paul Hirsch.
I think there's a conspiracy theory here.
We got people. There's no conspiracy theory.
I'm going to talk to the production room.
There is no conspiracy theory. This just shows.
Seems like Brad Squad's been bribed.
This show is getting more popular. We have more and more questions to answer. We can't do it all in the short period of time. All right, so we're not
It's a conspiracy to get to 300.
Okay, Rapid Fire Kim, just hang out 1 second while we talk about USA Credit Repair.
No,
Absolutely.
I'm just kidding. We'll get to USA Credit Repair.
Okay.
Let's just get to the callers. That's more important, to get the questions in. I'm a man who stands with democracy, and real democracy, of course, not the Donald Trump.
No, Kim. I'm a man who has to follow my contractual obligations. Okay?
No, Kim. We have to follow our fans and get the questions in. So continue. Kim, listen to me. Nobody listen to Squeeze. And you know what happens when you don't listen to Squeeze. He's the same one that's going to come back and yell at you like, why didn't you do what Squeeze told you to do? You know? So get to the questions. Go with the questions. Go with the questions.
Let me explain something to you.
Go with the questions. People are waiting.
We're going to get off the air, and he goes, after saying all this,
people are waiting, though. People want to get their
never
immigration questions
You never
answered.
did USA Credit Repair. Good job, Brad.
Let's go. Immigration questions. Let's get to it. We'll get to the USA Credit Repair Inc.com in a minute. All right?
Susie wants to know. My son got his citizenship through his dad, but he also does not have the certificate. Now he wants to file for his mother. Can he go ahead and file for her?
He can go ahead and file for her. It actually doesn't even matter what her credit score is, what his credit score is, because even if his credit score is below 700, he can still file for her, but he's not going to be able to pay to use his credit card really very often because they're going to cut him down.
Right.
Okay, which is why you need USA Credit Repair. But the answer is yes, he can file for her.
He can definitely
file. See, I threw it in.
Thank you so much.
I threw it in.
Yes. Wow. A wonderful 10 seconds.
Yes.
Yeah, go on. Go on.
Well, Barbara wants to know, I came here 16 years ago through Canada without a visa, married an American, and we have a child together. I started my adjustment of status 2 years ago, but I was told that I have to leave the country, so I never completed the process. I got a letter from immigration saying that my application will be canceled after a year of receiving the letter. It's been a year now, so can I start the process all over again, including the I-130?
Yeah, who filed for her?
Her U.S. citizen husband.
Yes, we can start again.
Okay. O'Shea would like to know, how long does it take for a green card holder to get his wife in the U.S. from Jamaica?
About a year and change.
Keisha is asking, how is a case affected if someone turns 21 after an application is filed for...
You wait a lot longer. Unless you're being filed, you wait a lot longer. You wait a lot longer. It's a horrible thing.
Michael says, my wife and I got separated after 2 years of marriage. She moved to different. We got a son, and she stole my car, and my credit went bad. The question is, how am I going to do the adjustment of status now?
You don't need good credit to adjust your status.
That's a good thing. You don't need good credit
but you need a spouse who loves you and wants to help you, and she stole your car, screwed up your credit, and left you. So maybe you need two things. You need to speak to us, and maybe there's an abuse case in there somewhere. Maybe not. And maybe you need to get divorced, and then you need to speak to USA Credit Repair to get your credit repaired.
Yep. People are waving.
Yes.
She is wondering, can a brother file for a sister if he's a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
Marcia asks, what if you married and your husband passed your papers in, you get approved, but you get married again? What can you do?
You got married, your husband filed for you, it didn't work out, you got divorced, you got married again, you file again. Is that the question?
You know what? I think that might be a proper deciphering.
Yes, thank you.
Kimmy Kim wants to know, can a green card holder married to an immigrant get a green card? How long is that going to take?
About 1.5 to 2 years.
And let me interject and say, ladies and gentlemen, I need for you all to start sharing again. All right? I need for everyone to share up to 10 more pages right now. If you're new, if this is your first time, there's an initiation that we put you through. You need to share the page with at least 20 of your friends. If you're not new, share with 10 more of your friends right now. And once again, that's you watching the Brad and Squeeze page. Please share on your timeline and then share to 20 of your friends. Let's continue.
And by the way, Squeeze,
RFQ.
the people on WVIP, we're gonna get cut off. We're gonna continue, and then you're gonna
We're
hear
not
us
going to get
again.
cut off. We're at the top of the hour.
At the top of the hour,
For just 3
right,
minutes.
in about 3 minutes.
And then we'll come back on the other side.
And then we'll come back, but so they
We'll-
may not
we'll
hear
answer
us,
immigration questions,
but what they
and
can,
we'll do
USA credit repair,
Yeah.
and we have Paul Hirsch coming on for criminal defense,
Okay.
who's been waiting in the wings. We're icing him.
Okay.
We're icing him in the wings right now, but. But people on WVIP 93.5 FM, if you don't want to get cut off at the top of the hour, take your phone out, go on Facebook, and just go Spar and Bernstein or Brad and Squeeze Show or USA Credit Repair, their Facebook page. Link Up Media, it's on their Facebook page as well. It's on David Squeezaniki's Facebook page. It's on Brad Bernstein's personal Facebook page. Go to any of them. Brad Bernstein, David Squeezaniki, Spar and Bernstein,
everywhere.
Brad and Squeeze. We're everywhere. We're ubiquitous.
We're everywhere.
Ubiquitous.
Ubiquitous.
Ubiquitous. SAT word,
not
Kim.
ooh.
It's an SAT word.
Not ooh.
I don't do anything more than 2 syllables, 3
Okay.
syllables.
Ooh
I'll
or
give you
you?
3.
Is it ubiquitous or ubiquitous?
I always say you.
I say ubiquitous.
I say you.
It is ubiquitous. Obviously, I don't know how to talk. It is ubiquitous. Okay, I always say ubiquitous.
You know how to talk.
All right.
Lawyer. All right, 1-800-529.
Everybody got on you about saying Bustamante.
And
Bustamante.
Bustamante Hospital.
Bustamante.
Yeah, because of Bustamante Hospital.
Say because.
Because, by the way, prior success. By the way, because we're going to get cut off, I do have to tell everybody prior successful
3
results
minutes.
do not guarantee a similar outcome. We're staying on Facebook. We're continuing the show. Okay,
We're staying on 93.5
We're still on 93.5. We're going to answer everybody's
They're
questions.
going to go do a 3-minute
And by the
break,
way-
something that we don't
and by
do in the show here.
And by the way,
you know?
call 1-800-529-5465. That's my firm, my law office firm. You'll also get on our show, 1-800-529-5465 with the immigration question. Prior successful results do not guarantee a similar outcome. This has been an attorney advertisement. Everything I've told you is general in nature, and please make sure that you speak to your professional about whatever your specific situation may be. We're not going away. Let's continue, Kim.
Ron, I would like to know, can someone banned for life for traveling with a false identity, a U.S. passport, come to the USA if her daughter's a citizen?
No. It's misrepresentation. The banned for life doesn't go unbanned because your
You have a
daughter's a
citizen.
citizen. You can't even do it. You need a waiver, but you can't get a waiver through your child.
Kern would like to know, if you're married to a green card holder, how long do you wait for your work permit?
You don't wait for your work permit. You get a green card.
Right.
Remember we talked about that earlier.
Right, yes. GT Queen would like to know, I filed for my husband through your office, actually. Oh, welcome, GT. What date are they currently working on? USCIS.
For American citizens? It should be about a 9-month process. You should already have his work permit, but I'm not sure what we're doing for her. So let her just call the office and speak to somebody.
Absolutely. I'm a U.S. citizen and filed for my mom. Her application was denied, and we were told that she was banned for life because about 15 years ago she traveled. This is the person who followed up with the false passport. Is there anything that you guys can do to help?
Not through sponsorship by a child. You can't. You need the only way to get a waiver is through a parent or through a spouse. That's it.
Nini would like to know, Squeeze, you'll be happy to know RFK is catching on. Nini says, RFK! DACA!
RFK, it's catching on like wildfire. Squeeze.
Yes, it is.
All right. Nobody like BK, but they love RFK.
RFK?
RFK. Squeeze.
Nobody listens to
Nobody
Squeeze,
listens to
but you know what?
Squeeze. It's RFK. Rapid fire, Kim.
Nini wants to know, DACA expires in August of next year. Too early to file for renewal?
Yeah, do it 180 days beforehand. But it would be very funny if every day Kim gets a new name.
I think RFK works.
All right, what else?
Kasana says, my mother is a permanent resident and she's filing for me. My priority date is February 2016. I started before I was 21, but I am now 22.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're going to be 6 more years. You're going to fall in the F2B. You hungry?
How are you, Kim?
You tired?
I'm doing great.
You tired?
Oh no, we can do this all day, Brad.
Yeah. My buzz for my whiskey is going to wear off in about 10 more minutes.
Be careful if you wish for it, because it has happened
People
before.
think I'm actually on. No, I was drinking soda.
No, you're not. I would never have you on being a show.
No, I can't do that.
I would never work with
You know the truth, I can't drink during the day, in all honesty. You know, like some people have like their martini lunches.
Mm-hmm.
If I have a martini lunch or something, or I like go have a drink in the middle of the day, I'm done for the rest of the day.
Why, are you tired? What?
No,
what
I'm done. You know, once alcohol starts going, I'm done. I'm finished.
Work is over.
Work's over. I'm done. So I don't do whiskey. I don't do tequila. I don't do wine. I don't do my martinis till at least 8, 9 o'clock.
Do you do any drink that starts with N?
Starts with N?
Forget it, man. Forget it. That was a joke.
What starts with N?
Drinks.
Drinks that start with an N. I'll have drinks that start with an N, Alex.
A Negroni? I do love a good Negroni.
A Negroni.
Sure, I
What
have a
starts
feeling
with
like
an
that's...
N?
Nobu.
Oh, Nobu.
Ah!
That's food. That's sushi. Okay.
You got a Nobu drink.
Also, I'd like to defend my honor really quickly.
Yes.
Squeeze USA Credit Repair was the status and is pinned to the top of the comments, including the article of how many points will a collection affect your credit score.
Yeah, just
so
now. I'm talking about before. But you're doing
Oh,
good
no.
job.
While you were talking about it, Holmes, no worries. I'm on top of it.
It was there. Squeeze. It was there. It was there. I watched.
How many people between both of you want to bet me that I eat lunch free for the next month? At what point?
If that wasn't up there pretty much the entire time you were talking,
No.
Bet
It was. But I'm talking before that. Lunch. I want to eat lunch free for the next month.
I'm ready.
By the way,
Nicola, I was telling that
3 places. Nobu, Four Seasons, or the Beekman.
The drink thing.
I'm picking a place.
By the way, the drink thing I was telling directly to Nicola, who kept saying I was drinking whiskey for the last hour. Okay? So I'm just making it very... Nicola goes, who are you talking about? Yeah, you. I'm talking to you. I don't drink during the day.
Anyway,
All right,
let's
go
jump to rapid fire, all right? This has been a
go.
great show so far, this morning and this afternoon. Let's jump into it. RFK, ladies and gentlemen. Rapid fire Kim. Let's get to them.
Lisa wants to know, are there any loopholes to getting your green card via C1D? I've heard of people getting through.
Yes, if you're 245I, you can adjust your status. If you're married to someone in the military or former military, you can do a parole in place. Also, sometimes if you're C1D1, no, but if you are a D1, if you are a C1 but not a D1, meaning that you're just coming to, C1D1 means you're coming to join a ship. But if you're a C1 and you're only going to change planes to come to, like, for example, Miami to fly to Europe or something, and you don't get on the second plane to go, you're just changing planes at the airport and you just walk out of the airport, that's an inspection you can adjust. It's only the people who have to join a ship who don't join the ship who can't adjust.
Got it. Marcy wants to know, my friend has his immigration interview last September and he hasn't heard anything yet. How long is it going to take for him to hear about an approval?
Last September?
Yes, last September.
He should call us. It shouldn't be more than 90 days. Give us a call.
Kay wants to know, can you apply for another extension after your first extension is going to expire?
Extension of what?
That is as detailed as the question got.
Extension of what? Continue.
Selena would like to know, how long does it take for immigration to approve an I-130?
About 8 months.
She asks, how long would it take for a U.S. citizen brother to file for a sister?
12 to 15 years.
Rosa asks, how long does it take a person to receive their green card after the interview?
Should be less than 90 days if you're successful.
Aaron wonders, he went to the interview, he wonders, we went to the interview, but my wife could not answer some of the questions, so I was denied. What's next?
Make sure that you and your wife are in a bona fide marriage and refile again and try again.
Susie asked, my son is going to file for me from here because I'm in the U.S. legally. Can he do it here? And how long is that going to take?
12 to 15 years if your brother's filing for you.
Barry wants to know, do I-130s expire even if it was done years ago and we never went back home to get the visa because of a 10-year ban?
It should not expire. It's very rare that they do.
Annette asks, if I'm an American citizen, how long would it take if I file for my dad who's currently in Jamaica?
About a year. 15 months. 12 to 15 months. That's it?
RFK has made it through.
All right, Squeeze. I want to run one quickly about our personal injury department, Moshe. We want to talk about USA Credit Repair. We want to remind everybody about Paul Hirsch and David Moreno and our criminal defense.
Are you connected to VIP?
I am connected to VIP.
Are you sure about that?
I hope so. I was connected.
We weren't connected the
No.
whole time.
Oh, somebody disconnected us. You know who disconnected us? Do you know who disconnected us? Do you know who disconnected us? Mr. Zenmore.
Mr. Kellier, could you
Yes.
reconnect us to VIP immediately, please? Because I am so red right now, the emoji.
All right, let's go. All right, so we're gonna.
Got one more.
Can I squeeze one last one
Yes.
in? Norman Bates, always in the comments,
Yes.
asks, I'm a green card holder, filed an I-130 for my wife in March and still haven't gotten an approval letter. How long is it going to take?
When did you file?
In March of 2017, and he lives in New York, but the California Service Center is where they sent it.
He lives in filed in March of 2017. He should be contacting us way too long.
Okay.